Hello chess lovers, welcome back to the Knight Gambit TV. Today we are looking at a deadly Vienna Gambit trap from 1910 between Bluemich and Svenson. This game starts quietly, but black launches a brutal attack against the white king and forces resignation in only 11 moves. Let's break down every single move carefully and understand the tactical ideas behind this miniature. Move 1, e4. White begins with the king-pawn opening. This move controls the center, especially the d5 and f5 squares, and opens lines for the bishop and queen. Move 1 e5. Black responds symmetrically, fighting for central control and opening the diagonal for the dark-squared bishop. Move 2. Knight c3. White chooses the Vienna game. Instead of the usual knight to f3, the knight develops to c3, supporting the e4 pawn and preparing aggressive ideas. Move 2. Knight c6. Black develops naturally, attacking the e5 square and controlling the center. Move 3. f4. Here comes the Vienna Gambit. White sacrifices pawn structure for rapid attack chances. The idea is similar to the king's gambit. White wants quick development and attacking pressure on the king's side. This move immediately asks black a serious question. Move 3. E takes f4. Black accepts the gambit pawn. This is principled play. Black grabs material and challenges white to prove compensation. Move 4, d4. Excellent central play by white. White attacks the center immediately and opens lines for both bishops. This move also threatens to build a dangerous pawn center. Move 4, queen h4 check. A very important tactical move. Black gives check immediately with the queen. This is one of the sharpest ideas in the Vienna Gambit. The queen attacks the king and also pressures the h4, e1 diagonal. White already has problems. Move 5, king e2. White moves the king instead of blocking. This is already uncomfortable. The white king loses castling rights and becomes exposed in the center. In gambit openings, king's safety is critical. Move 5 d6. Black calmly strengthens the center. This move opens the dark-squared bishop and prepares natural development. Notice how black is not rushing. The white king is already weak, so black simply improves position step by step. Move 6, knight f3. White attacks the queen and develops a piece. This looks natural because white gains tempo against the queen. Move 6, bishop g4. Excellent response. Instead of retreating the queen immediately, black develops the bishop with tempo. The bishop pins the knight on f3 to the queen and increases pressure. This is strong positional chess combined with tactical awareness. Move 7, bishop takes f4. White develops the bishop and attacks the queen. White hopes to catch up in development and maybe survive the dangerous opening phase. But black has a powerful attacking resource ready. Move 7, f5. Fantastic aggressive move. Black attacks the knight on e4's future square and opens more attacking possibilities. This move also supports the bishop and creates attacking momentum against the exposed white king. Black understands the king in the center is the real target. Move 8, king d3. The king keeps walking. This is already a huge warning sign. The white king now stands on d3, completely exposed in the middle of the board. In chess, when the king starts wandering early, tactical disasters usually follow. Move 8, queen e7. A very calm and powerful move. Black centralizes the queen and prepares long-term pressure. Now black threatens ideas involving discovered attacks, pins, and tactical shots against the white king. The coordination of black's pieces is becoming dangerous. Move 9, queen d2. White tries to connect pieces and defend. The queen supports the king and prepares possible rook activity. But white is simply too slow. Move 9, f takes e4 check. A brilliant tactical breakthrough. Black sacrifices nothing and opens lines directly toward the white king. This pawn capture comes with check, forcing white to react immediately. Notice how every black piece participates in the attack. Move 10, knight takes e4. White captures back with the knight. This seems logical because white removes the dangerous pawn and blocks some lines. But now comes the final blow. Move 10, bishop f5. A crushing move. Black develops the bishop with tempo and creates unstoppable threats. Now the knight on e4 is pinned and attacked. The queen on d2 is vulnerable. The white king has no safe shelter. Black's pieces dominate the board completely. The bishop on f5 coordinates perfectly with the queen and other pieces. White's position is strategically and tactically lost. Move 11, rook e1. White tries one final defensive move. The rook enters the game and protects the king indirectly. But it is already too late. Black's attack is overwhelming, and White resigned immediately. Let's go to the chess tactic. Imagine sacrificing a knight directly on f7. Your opponent grabs it confidently, and suddenly the entire board catches fire. This is one of those tactical chess positions where a single move changes everything. Black's king looks safe for 1 second and completely trapped the next. Welcome back to the Knight Gambit TV, where we break down deadly tactics, brilliant sacrifices, and crushing attacks move by move. Let's dive into this insane position. Chess pawn position setup. We begin from this sharp middle game position. Black has just taken the knight with 1. K takes f7. At first glance, Black thinks they've won material. White sacrificed a knight on f7, and Black's king accepted the gift. But this capture opens dangerous lines around the king. Now White launches the real attack. 2. d6 check. What a move. This pawn thrust is absolutely powerful. Instead of immediately chasing material, White opens lines and attacks the king with tempo. The pawn on d6 becomes a monster. It attacks the bishop on e7, opens diagonal pressure, controls key escape squares, forces Black into defense, and most importantly, Black's king suddenly has no comfortable shelter. Black responds, 2. Knight e6. A very important defensive move. Black blocks dangerous diagonals and tries to bring pieces back toward the king. But here's the problem. Black's pieces are awkwardly placed. The rook on h8 is sleeping. The queen on a5 is far from the defense. The king on f7 is exposed. White's bishop on c4 controls huge diagonals. White now has the initiative, and in tactical positions, initiative is everything. The real idea. The knight's sacrifice wasn't random. White understood something deeper. Black's king would become vulnerable after K takes f7. The d-pawn would become extremely dangerous. White's active pieces are stronger than Black's extra material. This is classic attacking chess. Material doesn't matter if the enemy king is unsafe. Key positional details. Let's look at why White's attack is so dangerous. Small blue diamond, the bishop on c4 creates pressure toward e6 and f7. Small blue diamond, the pawn on d6 cuts Black's coordination. Small blue diamond, White can quickly castle and bring the rook into the attack. Small blue diamond, Black's king cannot easily escape to safety. And psychologically, Black thought they were winning after taking the knight. But now they must solve difficult defensive problems move after move. That's exactly how strong attacking players create pressure. Tactical themes in this position. This position teaches several powerful attacking ideas. Deflection sacrifice. The knight's sacrifice dragged the king into danger. Opening lines. The d-pawn opened attacking routes. Development advantage. White's active pieces are more important than material. King exposure. An exposed king can become a tactical nightmare instantly. Lesson for club players. Many beginners focus only on material. But strong chess players ask, where is the enemy king? Are my pieces active? Can I attack with tempo? In this game, White sacrifices material for activity and initiative. That's why this attack becomes so dangerous. Engine style evaluation. Even though Black has extra material, the position is extremely uncomfortable. One inaccurate move from Black, and White's attack can completely explode. That's the beauty of tactical chess. Sometimes the side with fewer pieces is actually controlling the game. How to use this in your games. If you want to play attacking chess like this, look for exposed kings. Use forcing moves like checks and threats. Activate every piece quickly. Don't fear sacrifices when you gain initiative. Most players panic under pressure, and positions like this create exactly that kind of pressure. Would you sacrifice a knight like this in your own game? Or would you play safely and keep the material? Comment below. And if you love brilliant sacrifices, deadly traps, and aggressive attacking chess, subscribe to the Knight Gambit TV, like the video. Turn on notifications, because more explosive chess content is coming soon.